little bit better.
A little bit better.
Oh, honey, look at Wolfie.
All right. There you go. Do what you're doing. Howdy, y'all. Nugget's gonna sit here and chew paper.
Yeah.
Nugget.
There we go. Got that.
Is that going to?
I paused it, so it should be.
Oh, okay. There you go. Perfect. How's everybody doing this evening? It's hot outside.
Super hot
It's hot
outside.
in Texas. I think it was 106 today. This is the hottest it's been in 8 years since we've been in Texas. So
It's really hot.
it's hot. So we trying to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to stay warm down here.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay warm down here, y'all. I know I got buddies in Minnesota, and I know it was 90 plus. Rick Saha, do I remember you? Fortunately, don't take offense, Rick. Saha,
I don't
do
know.
not remember you.
I don't remember.
Is that from way back in the day? Did we go way back, Rick? Andrew.
Yeah, today we did a lot of, we did a good amount of sawmilling today.
Drove to our land and with the wildfires. Huh?
Oh, wow.
So what were you doing, Matt?
Yeah, we were working a lot this week on the sawmill. And we got a lot of stuff done with the sawmill this week. And the other thing that we were really working on was the shop this week. Just getting all the flooring done on it. We got all the siding done on the shop. We got all the windows installed on the shop. So as soon as we get the floor installed, then we will be able to start transforming this garage that's right beside us into the YouTube studio /
YouTube
business.
studio / warehouse.
Yep. So yeah, and then on top of that, we've been kind of just dealing with just kind of dealing with a little bit of a bug that's been kind of going around a little bit.
The genetically modified bug.
Yep.
That's the new normal now. That apparently we deal with it multiple times a year. Southeastern Indiana.
There you go.
Cowboy Jones, what's up?
But yeah. Oh, and then the other thing we did this week is we picked up 3 more cows too.
We already have 2 sold, right?
Yeah. Of what? Of the 3 new ones?
Well, we have
Or what?
2 that are going to. 2 of the. We have 3 going to butcher, right?
We have 3 going to butcher this week.
Yeah, so 2 of the 3 that we have going to butcher this week are already sold.
Yes. So we are in the cow, well, at least us kids are in the cow, well, our whole family's in the cow shuffling business. We just shuffle cows around.
We do the cow shuffle.
Yeah, the cow shuffle. So
Some people grow bugs and make wonder meat, and
yeah, we
some
grow
people-
cows.
Some people still eat good old grass-fed, God-made
Yeah, beef.
beef.
Heartway Farms is on.
Here, why don't you let me have that so I can
Well,
actually see what
yeah, the batteries, it doesn't like the battery.
Oh, it's
the
not.
cords.
Oh, it's. I got you. You want to plug it in on this side, or
You could plug it in on that side if you want to.
that way I can see what everybody's saying.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can't because the internet's plugged in and the lights are plugged in over there.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
Well, I guess we can just have it unplugged until it just, and then we can just dim down the light on it. too.
There you go.
That'll work. I'll help it out. Yeah, but yeah, that's been really nice. We've been able to find our 3 new cows that we got. I'm pretty sure they didn't have any vaccinations or anything, so that was super cool. And we bought them for $1 a pound, so can't beat that. And they're just out there sitting on the. We got meat on the hoof, and they're just sitting out there in the field, grazing the field. We have the 3 cows that we're going to be taking to butcher this week. They were pretty wild kind of cows, and we've been working with them for 2 weeks or so, and they're totally trained now. So all we need them to do is get them in the round pen, and they trail her pretty good, but you know, you can't go out there and pet on them, but at least they'll come to feed.
Yeah, and then what else? What else we? Yeah, you picked up 3 new cows.
Yep, picked up 3 new cows. We've been we have another thing, but it's kind of secret right now, so can't really talk about it.
It's actually.
Or is it not a secret? Or
Well,
it's
a secret, but tonight. Okay, so part of it, we might know something tonight.
Yeah, about the secret.
Hey,
But it's triple secret probation.
the black cows that you got are black Angus, and since it's so hot out, you might want to go over there and check on them. So we wouldn't want them just to drop dead from the heat.
Yeah, because now for some reason, even though cows have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Some
not
say
millions.
millions.
Okay. Yeah, I know what some say, but some people are wrong. All right. Cows have been around for thousands of years, but now for some reason, cows mysteriously die in the heat. It's 106 degrees, and we probably should check on our ephemeral black Angus to make sure they're not just dying of heat stroke over there.
Yes, Debbie, we don't have black cheetahs, but we do have black like leopards, and we have mountain lions too.
Mm-hmm.
Very few and far between, but there's one gigantic, huge one, and it's kind of like a little legend around here, but it's not really because
there's one that's not a legend because
yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, and we found teeth, and they've been.
And I had a customer down in White Oak
yeah.
show me a very large picture from his deer stand.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
huge.
lots of them all around
So
here.
they're
But
around here.
there's one big one that walks a couple of these properties, and he's pretty well known.
Hey, tell them about the
We are not Hindus. We eat cows.
Yeah.
And
So, and then the other crazy thing that I saw this morning when I was walking back to pick up the pickup truck to drive it somewhere or whatever, we have a big sandy path, you know, where I drive the side-by-side down, and it's real dusty there. I guess there was snake tracks all over that thing heading right to our pond, and there was a gigantic snake track. And it was it was huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It had to be a black snake.
Yeah, the thing had to been gigantic.
What mini breed of cow? Well, I would do probably just like a mini Hereford or a.
Yeah. If you're looking for mini beef cows, I know a couple guys that do mini Herefords. We actually have a dwarf.
Mark Edwards is on.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Mark.
Dang, it's late. Really late.
It's late over there in France.
But we have this. I thought at first it was a baby cow or kind of a younger cow, but now since I've looked at it more, it's actually a dwarf Holstein, or no, not Holstein. What are those big white Charolais?
Charolais, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a real dwarf looking one. So yeah, it's quite funny. But no, you just got to remember if you're doing mini beef cows. Remember that like one guy, he raises all types of mini beef cows and stuff like that. Is that there's no beef grown from the belly to the ground or whatever. It's like that dead air space is like, you know. He's always talking about that, like, you know, you're not growing any beef right there, so why have these big cows when you could have real small cows with the same amount of beef on them?
Well, the big drawback with having like a mini cow is you have to have very small knives. When you go to butcher them, you have to have really small knives, so that's the only drawback to having like a mini Hereford.
Yeah, but we don't. We just raise the plain Longhorn. We don't want anything that's been mutated, you know, so... Which they do have mini Longhorns, but I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so what's everybody saying? Oh, Hartway's saying they want to get some beef cattle.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
What Josh, what breeds are y'all looking at?
Texas coffee.
Texas coffee.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Lisa Clark.
Lisa Clark.
Oh, all the usuals on, all the regulars.
Yeah.
Texas Mom, Texas Mom is freeze drying mushrooms.
Yep.
Cutting up. She got a cool deal on organic strawberries.
Yeah. And then James is making donuts.
South Korea. little Tejas is playing with.
I can use some mushroom cream sauce with pasta.
mushroom cream sauce. Mark, what you doing, Mark?
Hi guys.
Mark, flee, Mark, run away.
But yeah, it's been super dry down here. We had a kind of like a cloudier day and it drizzled for like a couple minutes, but other than that, I mean, everything's been toasting up lately.
Yeah, and there's a Monday. The high is 88, so I'm hoping that a very large, nasty storm involved. Hey, Boo.
Shh, you're like right there.
Yeah, you're right there. All they're gonna hear is like Munchkin Boy. Yeah, there you go, Boo Boo. Go take your puppy and you can go play with it somewhere else.
Yeah, the it's
Yep,
the same
it's
donut
that recipe.
But I think he's going to take it and then he's actually going to take chocolate and actually dip the top of them in chocolate or whatever. So. And he's doing coconut donuts too.
Yeah, so we do homeschool year round.
Yep.
So other than the super secret surprise,
Yeah.
on the same yesterday, Friday,
Okay.
on my days running together, I went back to the shoulder surgeon.
Oh yeah.
And I told him I'm finally, well, I'm not cool with the shoulder replacement, but I've come to grips with it. And I said, I want to schedule it for December. And he said, well, after reviewing your x-rays again, I have a big, huge bone spur in my armpit. And he thinks if they take that out, that it might definitely extend the life of my shoulder. So I'm super pumped about.
Casey Davis.
Hey, Casey, thank you for the super chat.
Mark Edwards says it's
know.
110. It was 110 this week.
Yeah, and it was here too. It's definitely a
It's cow farts, man.
It's definitely the cow farts.
Killing the planet.
I'm very upset at all the cows.
We gotta start taxing that.
I
type of stuff.
don't. I'm very upset that humans breathe out carbon dioxide.
It's a terrible thing.
We definitely need less humans. But the good news is they're gonna have AI babies soon.
Hey.
So soon you'll be able to put your
Well,
Oculus
actually
Rift
tell
on.
them that that's legit. That was what was that, New York?
It was in the New York Post.
Yeah, literally.
So if you want to have a baby, we can't have some useless eater baby that can invent stuff and fix problems. So you can have a virtual baby. It's gonna be great. And your virtual baby will be anything you want it to be.
Super cool.
And we'll have less eaters here and less people that fart and breathe out. So it's gonna be really good. It's very exciting. So there's that. And it is super hot. It's hot in France, y'all.
That's how you know it's hot.
That's how you know it's hot.
But yeah, we homeschool all year round. We don't take summer break off. We don't take spring break off. We do that just so then.
Matt, wait a minute. How old are you, Matt?
17.
Matt, you haven't graduated, Matt?
No.
You don't conform to a monolithic
First of
system?
all, I'm not in any set grades, so I'm
You're not? What's
No,
wrong with you?
I'm not. I love when people ask me, they're like, "What grade are you in?"
What are you a weird?
I just tell them, "Oh, I'm in first grade," right? It's just
But
I have to be in some government box.
What about all those people that stopped learning?
I'm not gonna be like, "Yep, I graduated. I stopped learning 2 years ago."
Congratulations! You stopped learning.
No,
I'm so proud of you. Let's celebrate.
I don't get it. Yeah, I turned my brain off, when I graduated. No, but yeah, we do that. I like doing it because I forget so stinking fast.
Mark talks about that Tamagotchi. That's exactly what was referenced in the New York Post article. We live in bizarre upside down world. I am sorry, y'all. And we've just, y'all don't follow our metrics, but we do, obviously. We're finally out of YouTube jail, so I'm going to try to self-censor. I'm going to try.
Because literally,
so hard.
y'all, we were on, I was super excited and we were going to, hit 40,000 subscribers. and it was gonna be awesome. And then we started speaking too much truth and stuff like that, and then
And
YouTube,
y'all get me here in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yep.
You know, and I blame y'all. It's got to be somebody's fault. So it's your fault.
Hey,
right?
it's
Patient Zero's
it's
fault.
it's Putin's fault.
It's Putin's fault.
Yeah, see, just blame it on that guy. So yeah.
No, what they do is it's kind of like a shadow ban. It's a 28-day timeout. So if you look, so for 28 days, your subs tank and your views tank.
Yep.
And then after that 28-day cycle. And what it is, it's the reason they even came up with this whole ad revenue idea is to incentivize you to generate content, but then penalize you when you don't speak the newspeak language. And that way you self-censor. And a lot of people are doing that. We're on a lot of different platforms.
I mean, like, that's the thing. It's so easy. Like, with our family channel and everything, like, if we wanted to, I could go make another channel or whatever. And if we talked about absolutely nothing and just talked about food and just stuff like that, no politics, no nothing, that's what DIY Firm was talking about. Yeah, I would totally have 100,000 plus subscribers on there. Because, you know, there's nothing confidential or anything. There's nothing that will make anybody really think on there, you know. So, yeah, and it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, really. Until, which is probably coming pretty soon, when YouTube will start censoring even, like, growing your own food. And
Sure.
They start banning that. That is coming very, very quickly, but not yet. Not yet.
Interesting story about the Lemmings. Okay, so there's this lemming anthology analogy. So the Lemmings, there's this idea that lemmings will all follow each other off of a cliff.
Oh yeah.
So now check this out.
Yeah, that's
If
what
you research that whole
I
lemming
remember
video
this. Yep.
where all the lemmings ran off the cliff, the wonderful witchcraft people at Walt Disney World.
I remember this. Yeah.
They are the ones that actually made that documentary.
Yeah.
And what they did is they chased
they
and
chased
pushed all the
them.
lemmings off the
cliff.
It's very interesting. So that whole lemming analogy is technically not true, and technically the wonderful witchcraft world of Walt Disney suicided all of those lemmings. I think they knew something about the Clintons. So they jumped off a cliff. Also, did you know this? I got another, there's a Jonestown reference, right? So everybody talks about drinking the Kool-Aid. If you
oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
If you look into that whole drink the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid. Most people did not drink the Kool-Aid
a lot
because they knew that it was being used with LSD and all that stuff. So a lot of people ran for their lives and they were shot dead. And that whole Jonestown thing was a super gigantic COINTEL, CIA, whatnot thing. So just a couple cool little trivia for you on the whole Lemmings and the wonderful world of witchcraft, wicked Walt Disney, and also the whole Jonestown psyop. So there you go. So they didn't drink the Kool-Aid either, y'all. But if you don't drink the Kool-Aid, you get shot in the back.
Yeah. Case G asks, what type of homeschool do y'all use? We use mainly two types. We use teaching textbooks for math, and then for geography and for language arts and stuff like that, and grammar. The good and the beautiful.
And that covers geography.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, it covers pretty much everything. So that's what we use, and we've really been liking it. So, yeah, and it doesn't have too much trash in it, which is really nice. It pretty much has no trash.
What's that? Which one?
Good and beautiful.
Oh, good and beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much none at all.
Yeah, good and the beautiful, time for learning, teaching textbooks.
Yep. Yeah, the little ones.
And
use
then
the time
what's the
for
teach, touch? What's that
learning.
typing one?
Teach, or it's touch, type, read and spell, or something like that. We use that for typing.
Yeah.
Like a typing program. So yeah, normally.
Oh, so yeah. So what before yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna get this bone spur.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get my shoulder scoped, and I'll only be out of commission for a couple weeks. And Lord willing, it resolves the 7 years of shoulder issues here. So that's what we're praying for, and it's only going to be like 9 or 10,000. We're with Samaritan Servants, Samaritan Ministries, so they reimburse us for any medical expenses, but you know, you still have to come up with it up front, and the shoulder replacement was like 40,000, and it's barbaric and short term and all that stuff. That was the hard part that I was trying to get my mind wrapped around.
Yeah, Mark, the good and the beautiful is all King James and everything like that, so that's kind of the super cool thing. So yeah, so there's no millions of years or anything in it. So
yeah, our life is faith based, so
yeah,
we as much as, you know, material that can be faith-based, obviously it is. But facts are still facts. Well, at least facts used to be facts. We live in a postmodern, post-truth world, so we try to extract from the past when there used to still be reality. So the surgery is going to be very soon, probably within the next 30 days. Yeah, they've known this bone spur has been in my armpit. I went to 4 different specialists, and everybody was kind of saying it wouldn't matter to take it out. And even my current surgeon right now originally said that, but he changed his mind. And he's awesome, man. I mean, he's just a humble dude. So
yeah. Okay, where are you at as far as putting in the solar system?
Okay, the solar panels. We are on planet Earth. That's where we are in the solar system. I'm joking with you. I'm messing with you. Play on words. All right. No, we're.
That's a good one.
You like that one? That's a good one. That was probably autocorrect. I know. We all love autocorrect. We're still playing around with lots of different solar ideas. We were just talking today. Do we want it? Well, we're going to do a video on electric vehicles. I think me and Texas Mom
on a Lightning F-150 Lightning.
131 kilowatts, y'all.
It's like bright cherry red.
Y'all. 131. It might as well be
worth of
it might as well be 1.21 gigawatts, y'all. I'm just saying, all right?
Gigawatts.
It might as well be 1.21 gigawatts. I'm just saying. All right, but we're gonna do a video on the electric cars
or truck.
And
cars and truck.
What could possibly go wrong when there's rolling brownouts and everybody has to plug in their car? and the power magically comes out of the plug and it charges your car. It's like magic. Okay, Mark, easy with the flat earth, all right?
You guys got electric cars?
No, we don't.
We don't. We got these disgusting, nasty gas.
We got those carbon-based carbon
way too
dioxide
efficient trucks that are too old,
that are incredibly efficient and create an enormous amount of power and create very little pollution, all right, in the grand scheme. Don't forget, if you have to go over 300 miles, yes, yeah, you have to fully recharge somewhere, and right now it's quasi cheap. It won't be.
No, it won't be.
Thank you for praying. If this shoulder I've been dealing with the shoulder thing for 7 years, and I've done as much as humanly possible to try to resolve it. So it's definitely surgery. I'm very glad it's not a shoulder replacement. So we'll pray to that end anyway. Whatever the Lord's will is, that's what we'll do.
Christy Miller had a question. Hey, my boys are wanting to learn about pioneer items, hunting, trapping, survival stuff, or history. Do you have any books or documentaries?
The older the books, the better.
Yep.
As far as Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett
Yeah.
and Southern type history
Yeah.
stuff and frontier kind of stuff, the older the better.
What you guys?
The new stuff. Okay, so I watch all the new stuff with the boys. So we're watching this documentary on George Washington, right? And this scumbag professor. Okay, and this is some Pulitzer Prize winning historian. And he said when George Washington referenced
It's terrible.
Providence, capital P, he said when George Washington wrote that, he was not talking about God. Now, that
Yep.
stinking rotten lizard devil, I about shot through the ceiling, okay? All you have to do is read the tiniest amount of
Here, I'll show you.
pastors, preachers, theologians from the 16, 17, 1800s. And when Providence is written with a capital P, it is absolutely a direct reference to the creator God, only God of heaven. Okay? And that postmodern, post-truth, Pulitzer Prize winning historian lied, just bold-faced, didn't blink, didn't flinch,
and they did it.
didn't
He
look
did
up
it
and to
twice.
the left.
He did it twice too.
Yep, he
Said
did
it
it up
twice.
and to the left because you have to repeat a lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then a lot of people that just aren't aware are gonna be like, they're gonna regurgitate that retarded nonsense. Okay.
Be like,
So
guess what?
terrible.
George Washington didn't believe in
Oh,
God.
it was so, and it's just so void of reality. I mean, you can refute that in seconds. You can refute that in seconds just by the volume of what still exists from George Washington's notes and writings and all that stuff. But it's such a challenge to find good material. Older is always better.
Yeah.
We literally live in a revised history. They're revising our genetics, they're revising our DNA, they're revising the genders, they're revising everything.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
These ones are pretty
what
good.
Can happen.
Our neighbor actually gave us probably close to 80 of these, but these are the American Frontiersmen magazines or whatever, and they got all types of super, like, Buddy, my younger brother, has used dozens of these ideas in here. So like this one, for example, this would be awesome for here. This is how to skin or clean out a armadillo. So super, super practical stuff, very in-depth stuff that nowadays would probably be rated too graphic for normal people. But like cooking rabbit and all types of stuff. So these ones are really, really, really good.
Cooking rabbit.
And we got literally like
Alta
several
Q
of them.
posted last night. Daniel, what was your question posted last night? Also, people tend to not understand that vehicles use fossil fuels. See, even the term fossil fuel, we know from quote-unquote peak oil, we know that fossil fuels aren't fossils, right? And we know that oil replenishes itself. We know from Mount St. Helens erupting in the 80s that they found oil on the bottom of Mount St. Helens Lake. So that whole bark churn literally produced tar and oil in a matter of 20, 30 years. So obviously these fuels are not fossil, and there is no peak oil. We still don't have peak oil. Oil right now, with all the geopolitical shenanigans, is $105 a barrel. It's not $500 a barrel. And this is the most catastrophic geopolitical state of whatever in who knows when. So, and it's $105 a barrel. So there you go. And they're trying to drive it to the moon.
They are.
And they can't get it past $120 a barrel. And they want it to be $1,000 a barrel.
Literally.
Buddy is dealing with a little bit of the plague, so
Yeah.
Buddy's not on today.
Yeah.
well, you'll understand a lot of the geopolitical stuff when you find out where the large majority of lithium mines are. It's always about creating third world countries and keeping them third world, and then they really want America to be a third world country too. So
Grow your own food.
what's that, Mom?
Say grow your own food.
Grow your own food. All right, because you might wake up one day in a third world country if they, them, and those. I think it's interesting how the whole they, them, and those, and now that these new pronouns are they, them, and those, it's kind of interesting. I just find that a correlation that's interesting. That's all. That's just an interesting correlation. Don't eat the armadillo. No, armadillos carry leprosy.
Leprosy.
Yeah, I don't recommend eating armadillo or tickling an armadillo's belly or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually do quite a bit of damage, actually. The old armadillo. What else?
Well, somebody else got any questions? So today we filmed a grafting video. It'll be inserted probably. I did a little bit on some water catchment that I'm doing at my grow station and a new grafting technique. I got a grafting knife. I got like a real grafting knife. It's not any better than the razor knife, and the actual bark lifter is not as good as the little baby flathead screwdriver that I use. So use what you got, y'all. Getting all the fancy stuff. It's a nice knife, but I'm kind of impartial to the way I was doing it.
Carlos's question, is it easier to starve or to grow food?
Well, it's easier to starve.
It's
It
way
takes
easier to starve.
a lot less work to starve. It's actually harder to grow food than to starve.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether or not you want to live or die is really the question. Just being literal.
How did the food forest do in the heat wave? Well, the heat wave is still here, sadly. So it's holding on.
It's holding on for dear life. The established trees are doing absolutely great.
Yeah.
They're literally
not phased.
unaffected.
Yeah.
So all the larger pear trees look great. The back food forest where we redirect the gray water is doing very good, except for some of the smaller trees that are further away, just because. But all of those trees are doing great. It's just the zones up here by the house. I just got to blast the water on them. The peach orchard is doing fine. It's just mostly here in the front. I just got to constantly pour the water to it. The shallow well's doing good though. It's been hanging, and so we're doing really good. We just had an enormous amount of lots of different varieties of figs, and I don't know how. I don't think all of them are going to survive the heat wave. That's all. Dropping tons of fig leaves is all.
Where is James? Is he cooking up something? Yes, he is. He's cooking up donuts for church.
He's making chocolate and coconut donuts from that spectacular donut recipe from 2 videos ago.
And yeah.
And I'm not a donut guy.
No, and they were still pretty good.
Mm-hmm. We will have trees in the fall. I got a pretty nice variety that's already going. I just want to establish a good root structure. Now's not a good time to ship them anyway, but we will have trees available in the fall. Made some more trees today.
Yes, we do have a well. Yeah, and we talked in our last food forest videos. Probably last week, I think we made those 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, and we talked about our watering situation.
I only have one, and I think it's a native plum, and I won't be selling plum trees. I'm not a big plum guy, but and I have apricots that have never fruited yet, and I have pluots that have fruited, but so far the fruit's fallen off. The pluot trees are very big, but yeah, I don't have any plums or pluots for sale right now, though.
What were the documentaries that you suggested before for everyone to watch? There's quite a few.
There's quite that you would recommend. I don't know if I'd recommend any. You have to be.
Normally, we watch them and then we just have to use our own judgment for them because there's still so many. There's quite a bit of lies in it.
Yeah, I think it's it's good to watch to be able to discern but you have to be well read enough.
Yeah.
To know when they're telling the truth and when they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
I.e. the George Washington reference, which was terrible.
What's that expedition show you've been watching? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good show.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Expedition.
I think that was Expedition Unknown. That one's on Amazon Prime, and that one's pretty good.
Yeah, Expedition Unknown.
He goes around the world and finds
There's a lot of
different stuff.
cool historical stuff in there. Yeah. And not a lot of propaganda or anything.
No.
Did y'all try No to?
Hunting Hitler, that's the one I watched.
Hunting Hitler was really good. Yeah.
Hunting Hitler, yep, that one was
like
a really
that a
good one.
Yeah, how you get fruit trees established in the Texas heat is you put them in a 5-gallon bucket and you plant them in the ground and you let them, for the first year, you let them get a really strong root system. The 5-gallon bucket either has a bunch of holes drilled in it or it's all... I take all of our broken 5-gallon buckets that have big cracks in them and I use that because that allows the roots to go out all through the cracks and then you can knock it out of the pot without ripping all the roots off of it. Or just smash the pot. And then you put it in your gopher basket and plant it high in the ground. Make sure that your root flare is high. And that is the best way to do it. And I've done it every way. And I've done it a bunch wrong. And I have a lot of low planted trees too that are still doing pretty well. But that's the best way that I've found to do it in Texas anyway.
Nikki asks, did y'all try the no-till system? Yes, we did. And we had amazing success with it. The only thing is that it would have been a little bit better if we had a little bit more mulch for it. But other than that, it went really, really well. And it did really, really well. This year, we just wanted to mix it up and try something new. And I think next year, we're going to be changing it up again and trying out some different stuff.
So in the PR, y'all don't get a lot of rain?
I know. Puerto Rico.
I know it's hot and I know it's humid, but I thought y'all would have gotten a lot of rain. I love Puerto Rico. We were in Puerto Rico for a couple of days, and I was offered a job in Puerto Rico managing some properties, and it was very hard to say no to that. And the guy was really cool, entrepreneur guy, buying up properties and little hotel motel stuff, and but we're in Texas. There you go. Oh, James is going to come on the live. Is James getting in on the action?
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
James is...
You don't want to?
Rubbing Nugget's belly. All right.
I actually found out a new way to sawmill actually this week because, man, I was wasting so much of the lumber on the logs because, I don't know, because I was going off of what everybody else was doing, and what they were all doing is they were at least having three flat sides on the log that you would cut out, right? So, and trying to make a round log square, you waste so much wood off of it. So I found out instead of having 3 flat sides, if you just have 2 flat sides, right? And you still have, it's kind of like a pie shape, so you have 2 flat sides and then you still have your round curved log. And if you just take cuts off of that, you still have 1 flat square side, and then you can run it through your table saw, and your waste is only like this much. It's like ½ an inch. So I found that to be way better for just trying not to waste as much wood. So, especially with cedar trees.
Yeah, and y'all are making flooring for the shop?
Yeah, we're making 1 by 15. And today I milled up about 13 1 by
He's back in the
16.
kitchen, y'all.
16s.
Back in the kitchen, checking on
Carlos says to join the live stream, James.
Yo, and Mark says, what gives?
Yeah, for real. He's an introvert. He doesn't like...
He is an
it's
introvert, James. James and his tool belt.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a happy dude
Oh yeah.
on a flat rock with a tool belt.
On a flat rock, not a flat earth.
Yes. With airplanes that use
Jet fuel
jet fuel.
that run on Mercedes, I think. Mercedes engines.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I did some research that and I don't know when it came out.
Oh,
but it
James
was,
is coming on. You coming on, James? Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to go and check on the cows over at the ranch.
Oh, he's going to check on the cows over at the ranch, y'all.
Dude, 6
Wants
o'clock.
to make
you
sure-
could wait a little bit longer.
Well, it's gonna almost 7. He wants to make sure they didn't all die of heat stroke over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We don't want to be bug ranchers. We want to
I
be
know.
cow ranchers.
Is Puerto Rico the place with black gold soil?
Puerto Rico is
I
beautiful.
thought so. Yeah.
It's James.
It's just
Emmer.
names.
Exactly. That's James. Busy. He's busy.
Mhm. Busy guy.
So what do we got coming up this week? We're going to be, the volume of videos are going to get cranked up.
Hopefully, yeah.
Did we get some new inventory for the website?
Yeah, we did get some new inventory for the website, which it's not. We didn't put it on the website that I know of, not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, we shipped out quite a few orders this week. I think I have one more to
Yeah,
do.
we're almost out of honey again, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
Let me check one.
I think we have fig jam. Well, I know we have fig jam. I don't think it's on the website.
Yeah, it's not. We have to
Okay.
put that on there though. But yeah, we just got a big shipment in of fig jam from, I think that's over in, it's made in
Portugal.
And yeah, so that's super cool.
We do make our laundry detergent ourselves. I don't think we sell it anymore, right?
No, we used to.
Yeah,
but
it's just a little bit of, it's just a lot of work. And there wasn't a really huge demand for it, so.
yeah.
We just try stuff, and if it works, we do it, and if it don't work, we table it.
Yep. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, that's the other thing that we have to finish up a video on is our actual hot tub / pool too.
Yeah, that
was super
has
cool.
been a grand addition.
Yeah.
James doesn't want to finish the video because there's one last piece he has to trim out, and he's a perfectionist, y'all. So, okay. Oh, so they loved our laundry detergent. Okay, great. Well, you're the only one, Caleb. I think like 2 or 3 people bought it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
maybe we'll bring it back just for you. That's Texas mom's thing. Poor lady, she's got enough stuff to do.
But yeah, what else? That's pretty much it. I mean, can't really think of anything else lately.
Yep, yeah, so we could, hope maybe we'll have really awesome news soon.
Yes.
I'm hoping within the next 2 or 3 days, maybe. So we'll see. But that's a secret.
Yeah.
I don't think we're having a baby.
To my knowledge, we're not having a baby. So it's not that, y'all.
No.
And how would we know that, like, in a couple of days, lady? Women. That's all women think about is babies.
Are you actually using the pool yet? Yeah, we've been using the pool for 2 weeks now.
Still loving not having the black box in the living room. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We are all using the pool. It is fabulous. And it smells terrific because it's all cedar. It's beautiful. And I don't think we ever did put any pictures on Instagram or on
No, I don't think so. But we did get this we got this new we have to showcase that too. We got this
That
super sweet filter.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was about $60, but you know how normally there's like a paper filter that's in your pool pump and everything like that, and they do a terrible job. Well,
Yeah,
they do a
and
good job for like the first
5
week.
days.
Yeah, but then after that, it just goes downhill, and they just start to rip apart and everything like that. So anyway, James did some researching and he found this super awesome heavy duty pool filter, and it works incredible. Super.
And it's reusable.
And it's reusable. And some people have said that they've used it for several seasons, and they said eventually after several years they've had to replace the screen, and it's like a real heavy duty like a screen, like window screen kinda, and they're like $10. So after a couple years, if you want to replace it, you can. But yeah, it works outstanding. But yeah, we're gonna have to show you. It has a waterfall on it and all types of super cool stuff. So.
Got a water feature. It's very nice.
What's for dinner? I don't even know what's for dinner. What's for dinner?
Texas Mom said she's making a mushroom cashew
sauce. That's it.
Over pasta, right, Mama? Over red lentil pasta. Designer stuff. That's how we eat, y'all. We celebrate when we eat. All right, y'all. Well, unless there's like a landslide of questions,
yeah.
We just answered what's for dinner, so we'll probably be signing off. There's nothing new going on with the website.
No.
We might have some really exciting big news.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing I wanted to tell y'all real quick too is that I got a bunch of stock in not in the stock market, but in candles, and just that we made loads and loads of them a couple months ago, and I think I'm gonna be just running a big sale this week, so keep checking on the community page and on the website, because and probably on some other stuff too, probably on some coffees that I have.
Gotta clear out some inventory.
Yeah, just some stuff that's been sitting around here for the last couple months, you know, and yeah, just run some sales for y'all.
All of our candles are supernatural. Well, not supernatural, but natural. They're not supernatural.
They're not supernatural.
But they're very much
They're organic. They're all
and
organic
natural.
and everything like that. They're not going to kill you.
We make the candles, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we make them right in our tiny house. We got organic soy candles with wooden wicks, and that's the only thing that's not organic is the wooden wick. So there you go.
And I'm completely unaware of breathing in organic soy wax fumes that it'll spike your estrogen or anything like that. People make all these weird allegations about soy, but like it's soy in a candle that's melting. You're not eating it, so I don't know.
No, maybe like if you had like a million soy candles in your
and
house,
it's organic soy too,
and you were inhaling it all day long for 24. Yeah, you might.
We would. I mean, we'd love to make beeswax candles, but we don't. We would never be able to get it. I don't know how these bee farmers harvest the beeswax like that.
You have to like I talked to my bee guy, and he said literally that is the most prized like thing of the bee world is the wax, because the bees only make beeswax after they've had like nectar in their stomachs for 3 days. So that's when they start making wax. But if they have somewhere to put the nectar, then it won't stay in their stomach for 3 days. So it's very interesting. The only time I get a little bit of wax is normally like the stuff that's stuck, that they'll kind of they normally will use it to kind of make sure that the lid's kind of secured down real tight. So normally when you go to pry it up, it's real sticky, you know. Or if you clean it up a little bit, you might end up with a little ball of wax. But yeah, I don't know how they do it. So it's super, super expensive stuff.
That's why they tell you to mind your own beeswax. I don't know.
Yes, we make the candles.
Well, if you have low estrogen, then buy our organic soy candles.
Which
breathe in the smoke.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The sad thing is so many people nowadays don't have low estrogen.
Did you get your new boots yet, Matt?
No. You keep teasing me about that. No, I'm still wearing my old ones.
Yeah.
So
we had an Austin boot company contact us, and I emailed them back. So
Really?
we'll see. Yeah, and they're made here. They're made in Austin.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
They look kind of older school. It's kind of interesting. They got a real. I'm trying to remember the name of the company, but
I went out. Us kids went out this week. We were passing through. It was a couple hours away or whatever. But it was this super cool museum. I didn't look through the museum part of it, but it's called Diamond T Outfitters. And that was super cool. And we went through there, and James and Buddy got straw hats because they've been needing straw hats, and they didn't want to pay a fortune for straw hats. And we didn't want to just get the plain Jane cheesy.
I need a straw hat.
And we didn't need, and I didn't want them to wear cheesy straw hats that are just like Tractor Supply specials. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you got the whole cowboy look going, if you have like a personalized hat, it's super cool. But I didn't want to spend like $200 a hat or even $100 a hat. So they actually sell like nicer hats. Can you get that one? Just that's James.
There you go.
That's Buddy's hat. But they're like $40 or $30. And they they'll shape them to whatever you want them to look like or anything.
Yeah, it's a very
for
nice
free.
deal.
Yeah, and it's So this is what Buddy wanted.
And that's a Roadrunner Feather.
Yep, this is a Roadrunner Feather. So it's not like some cheesy old feather in there. That Buddy actually put that in there. And this is just a Twister hat. Right there.
Twister.
And yeah, I really they're really nice, and they're made in Mexico.
Jonathan.
So anyway, if y'all are looking for something like that, that's what all the rodeo guys around here do, because they're destroying them every night. So they just get these. They look really, really high quality, but they're only like $30-$40. Because that's why I asked my cowboy friend, and I was like, "Your hat looks super sweet, but like, how much is that?" He's like, "Oh, it's only like $30." He's like, "It's just a beater hat." So yeah, so that's super cool.
It did not come. The boys accidentally hit a Roadrunner on the side-by-side on the way to the ranch.
Yeah.
So Buddy
Yeah,
attempted.
he like ran right at the side-by-side.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
They tried to steer around him. So Buddy attempted to stuff the Roadrunner, and he was able to get the skull out and pull it all
Yep.
apart. But when he went to try, he wasn't happy with his final creation, so they used the tail feathers. I have a large head. I have a large head too, John. A super gigantic head.
Button mustn't. I don't know. I've seen some, man, in a town not far away from here. We went there, and dude, there are some kids that they hung on
Yeah.
really good. I think that's like Texas and like maybe one other state is like that's totally legal. But other
They
than
do the
that,
mutton busting.
yeah. But everywhere else it's illegal. Only in Texas. No, that's fun. That's super fun.
Well, I heard it produces carbon, so
Yeah.
problem. No. Wile E. Coyote. Okay, y'all. Well,
I think that's it.
I think dinner smells absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all will all have a very good Sunday tomorrow.
Oh, the Pagoda Rodeo. Does Pagoda have a good rodeo?
Pagoda.
We've been to
Couple.
we've been to Mount Pleasant's rodeo and to Pittsburgh's rodeo.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're both good. The Mount Pleasant rodeo is very, very nice.
Very nice.
The Pittsburgh it's just a smaller venue.
Yeah.
But it's still nice.
The Mount Pleasant one was really cool because it had motorcycles in it too.
Yeah.
Which was-
Their motorcycle
That was sick.
halftime thing was
Yeah, that
really
was
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we're gonna sign off. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Cassie, thank you for the super chat, and thanks for
thank
coming
y'all
on.
for just
Lone
spending some
Star,
time with us. You know, it wasn't the most exciting live
Carlos.
stream, but
Mark Edwards, all of our usual
OGs.
the OGs,
Yeah, Heartway Farms was on for a couple seconds.
Heartway
Who
Farms,
else?
all of our people that had to put their children to bed on the
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yep. Texas Coffee.
Debbie Maddox,
Yep.
Marie Avey, Cowboys and Cowboy Jones, Christy
Yep.
Miller,
Nikki
Caleb
C.
Shelton.
Who else?
I know Mark was on, Mark Ann was on,
Andrew
Cindy
Corner.
Brown.
Casey Davis.
All right, y'all.
All right.
We'll see you on the next video.